You know, I really shouldn't record this review until I actually have a stand for this. Bloody space types. Hello and welcome back to another Gunpla review. Today we're taking a look at the HGUC Byarlant. And starting off the review, as always, with the articulation. There's a lot to go over here. Head is on a ball joint and a front back hinge. Not a ton of movement there just because of how... yeah. Shoulders are on up and down and a little bit front to back thanks to a pulley cap. Then there's a rotation here. This is on a hinge. The actual arm shoulder joint is a ball joint. Then the thruster is on a hinge and a ball joint. This is a rotation and a swivel for about 180 degrees. Slightly over 90 for the elbow, and the hands are on a ball joint. And just quickly, the backpack is actually hinged, so it can move a little bit. The hips are weird, man. This can angle up and down a little bit, but this chunk is a ball joint on the thigh itself. The hip itself is just a universal. The hip itself is just a universal joint, though it's not really obstructed aside from out to the side, because again, this massive chunk of armor. Thigh swivel. Kind of hard to show this, but it has a little bit of a digitigrade thing going on with the angle on the knee. So it does technically get more than 90, it just looks like it only gets 90. The ankle's really weird. You get a little bit front and a lot back up in the calf. And then the foot itself is on a ball joint down here, and the toe is on a hinge downward. Not that you can use it fully, because this is attached onto the front to back hinge. It can pose, it's just weird. That's just kind of a constant with the Byarlant. This whole thing is weird. There's a lot of joints here, and it can pose. It's just weird to do so. And getting into accessories, let's start off, as always, with the color correction, and by extension, the sticker sheet. Let's see here. Eye options, though you do get 2 mono eye stickers if you want to paint it black and put them wherever you want. This is the black spot in that thruster, I guess. That's the forehead camera, which I tried using, but the hole is too small. I ended up just painting it. Red shoulder triangles. These ones I think are the ones on the shoulder. These ones are on the back binders, and these are the yellow stripes on the toe. So let's talk about what I painted. Let's just get it out of the way. All of the verniers that need black, I painted. All of the stuff that needed stickers, so the yellow here, painted. The red there, painted. The red on these thrusters, because they're gray plastic, they need to be painted completely red. Also, the red on the feet down here needs to be painted. And as you might have noticed earlier, this paint got a little bit scuffed because the clearance on the foot and the ankle guard isn't great. Thankfully, aside from that, the only paint is the pistons on the back of the legs need gray, and the center of the hands need gray. Thankfully molded in yellow, so you don't really have to worry about paint scratching as long as you top coat them. May end up gluing this rear thruster on. It seems to not want to stay. Now, as for accessories, you do get the open hands, but you also get holding hands, which also need to be painted. And you do actually get the easiest thing in the world to get out, but you do actually get the beam sabers. And there's little slots carved into the fingers that line up with the slots here. And it just holds it nice and securely. Not that surprisingly, given how bulky Byarlant is. It actually comes with master grade beam saber effects, which surprisingly doesn't even look that big next to this thing. I'm definitely going to be having mine posed with the beam saber. And finally, you do actually get a little stand adapter to clip around the crotch, because they couldn't exactly put a hole there. I do want to take a moment just to point out that this thing has like a stupid amount of leftover parts for the Byarlant custom. There's like half a kit left over. Okay, maybe not half, but like you could almost build a Byarlant custom out of the parts included in this. I'm not even sure what ones are missing. There's so much, like almost the entire like different arm is here. And as for a quick size comparison, yeah, the Byarlant, like, at the head height is not that much taller than the average Zeta suit, but, like, it's as wide as it is tall. It's actually kind of comical. It's got the same, like, body shape as, live-action movie Starscream. Like, it's a big Dorito. So, to wrap this review up, the Byarlant is a good kit. Aside from those thrusters on the armpit, I guess, painting isn't that bad. I do feel like the yellow stripes on the feet could have been color separated, but that's not that big a deal. It was genuinely a fun build. I mean, I don't really mind painting anyway, but it was a good build to put together, and it's a real weirdo. Like, Zeta has a lot of freaks. Byarlant is a particular breed. The way the shoulders are done on this thing is like such an odd design, but I really like it. As long as you don't mind putting in the effort to get this painted up, absolutely recommend. And that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Subscribe and hit the bell to be alerted for future reviews. Come chill in the Discord. Follow me on Twitter, if that's even still around, and consider supporting me on Patreon so I can keep bringing you videos like this. And, as always, until next time, happy building.